What up, everybody? Yes, I am back. We got another draft for you. We are doing the number 290 division. This is the Mask of Zorro division. Woo! We are almost to 300. We are so close. And draft's about to start here in like 2 minutes. I got the 10th pick in this draft. I haven't been going live for the drafts the last like week or so, but we're back. I don't know if I'll be live tomorrow for the draft or Saturday, but going to try. And yo, King D in the house. What up, bro? Draft about to kick off. You guys watching the preseason games? If so, what preseason game you watching? I'm kind of just flipping back and forth between them. I think some of them are at halftime right now. So I got the Green Bay Steelers game pulled up. Super blah though in the third quarter. And hey, Mr. Bear, what up? All right, here we go. No way, we got all green dots. Yes, don't have to tell anybody about it. We got all the green dots, baby. And yo, Corey in the house. What up, bro? Mr. Bear, I'm watching the Raiders game. Nice. That's the one that I got the squares board for. And I guess it was just on commercial. I turned it on to that one now, too, because at least Mendoza's playing. We can see how he looks. And TJ in the house. What up? Nick Von B in the house. What up, bro? What do you guys think of that Marvin Harrison touchdown earlier, eh? Yeah. Whoa, Gibbs number 1, Bijan number 2. Here we go. Let's see how it's going to play out here. I forgot Ian Thomas played on the Raiders. What up, Rob? He said, I wonder where Brooks will go now with Hubbard being week to week. I'm kind of curious if it even raises him at all. Robert in the house. What up? And he said, Raiders. What is going down, bro? Let's see if they could score right here. If you draft give first overall, you sold your draft already. Nah. I mean, I'd really say whatever of those top 3, it's all good, man. Beck. Let's see if he can actually do something this year. Let's see this again. Mendoza. That was an easy touchdown. Just right through the zone. Quick give and go. Just threw it to him right at the line of scrimmage. Yeah, not going to get excited about that, but Mendoza did what he was supposed to do there. That's for sure. That is for sure. Man. All right, snag Saquon. Mr. Bear said the Allen one irks my nerves. What do you mean, the Allen pick? Super flex. He always goes in the first round. Maybe not always number 3, but he's always gone in the first round. And Daniel Barry Sports Highlights. What up, bro? Shout out to the peeps on TikTok joining. Make sure you hit that follow. Got a lot of drafting to go. JC44, is this a regular draft? It's a super flex draft. So no, not a normal one, because I know a normal one for you guys is probably single quarterback. And Miller Man, yes, it is a super flex. It's not a dynasty though. Just redraft. All right, Saquon and Hampton. Let's get it, baby. Because everyone's going crazy on running backs. At least I got 2 top 12 guys. Mr. Bear said the Allen pick. Yeah, but it's super flex though. I mean, for a normal, if this was a normal single QB draft, I mean, which is crazy because it kind of does look like a normal single QB draft right now with like one person making an idiot pick. But no, totally a super flex. But I like it when we sometimes get the quarterbacks later. And Matt said, you have any other leagues that you're making that I could join for money? Bro, I got so many leagues that you can join for money. You ready? We got these $10 leagues that are drafting every single day. That's a part of a big tournament with $10,000. I got a single QB offense only, super flex offense only. I got multiple vampire leagues. I got forced trade leagues. I got 3 QB leagues. I got auction draft leagues. I got WWF theme leagues. I got a guillotine league. I feel like I'm leaving something out. No, I guess so. And a Superflex IDP for 33. We also got a $100 Superflex IDP and a $100 Superflex offense only. So I got a lot. And the way that you get in touch with me is you message me on the Sleeper app because that's where all these leagues are going to be. It's at FF Hustler 420. EV in the keeper league, would you keep Neighbors or Hampton? Probably Hampton. He's just the guy who gets drafted higher. Running backs are a little bit more thin. Drew, thoughts on double RB and not taking another RB till after round 6? I mean, I just want to lock in my top 2. Like after that, especially if you only play one flex, I mean, I'm not gonna get like super crazy about it. Like you have to draft one, before round 6. Because as long as you get 2 good ones, I mean, dude, like with those other 3 picks, I mean, it's 2 wide receivers and a tight end there, assuming you can get a good one. Oh man, Brandon said 2 quarterbacks. Who is this guy? Man, it's a guy who plays in a super flex league. Come on, bro. Don't act like you don't know that super flex leagues, aka 2 quarterback leagues, don't exist. If you don't know about it, go ahead and say it. If you do know about it, you're just making yourself sound like a weirdo. Yeah, Matt, it's FF Hustler 420. It's the same as my username on TikTok. And TJ said the Debo League. Yeah, that's the forced trade league, brother. And Mr. Bear, so what rookies do you think one should draft, or do you think people are sleeping on super sleepers? I'm not excited about drafting any of the rookies, honestly. Like not in redraft leagues. Like Jeremiah Love and Tate, I mean, those are guys that I'm trying to avoid as much as possible. They're just getting drafted higher than I want to draft them. Like even this right now, like why do they have Love playing right now? Like I know he needs to get work, but him playing right now proves that he's not the number 1. Because if he was the number 1, they wouldn't even be running him right now. I mean, dude, he's not even playing up against starters right now. He's playing up against 3rd, 4th, and 5th stringers right now. And Robert, who would you say in a 12-teamer? Or yeah, what would you say in a 12-team PPR league position has been getting started more in the first round, RB or wide receivers? RBs for sure. For sure, RBs. Of course, so why are people judging? If you don't know, just ask about the league format. Don't assume. Yeah, but people just like to assume everything. And it's also because of all these basic ass like content creators who only do like single QB mocks. And Scooney, if I take Bijan, then AJ Brown, should I go Chase Brown, Nico, or Nair? I'd be going with the RB in that situation. So I'd be teaming up Bijan and Chase to go along with AJ Brown. And Frankie, Saquon or Hampton, 2nd round, full PPR. Saquon. Yeah, I'll take Saquon over Hampton. Okay. 2 more picks before me. Oh, 1 more pick. Here we are. Let's see. I think I'm locking down the quarterback here. And TJ said, holy crap, didn't realize how many games we're playing tonight. Yeah, it's like 6 or something. Something like that. Let's see where Cali Jam goes here. Neighbors. Pickens, all right. Double wide receiver, eh? You know what I'm going to do? Lock down another quarterback here. Set the tone. Anthony, yes, Superflex League. But, I mean, even in the Superflex League, you know that everybody wants to start a quarterback with that Superflex. And Robert said, I apologize for asking, but I came in here after you start. What kind of draft are y'all doing right now? It's the $10 best ball draft, the one with the $10,000 first place prize. So pretty much, I would say anything that you've seen us drafting or you've seen me drafting, it's for this tournament. I haven't hosted any redraft leagues. I haven't done any live drafts other than that, like where I've actually like streamed them. And user 944 Smith Lamb Warren is goated. What? Which Smith? Oh, you're talking about a team. Where? Oh, is that wait, no, that's not that's Peeled Foreskin who's on that, but that's not you though, is it? I can't remember what the hell Peeled Foreskin's TikTok name is. And P Dog, this is not a mock, bro. This is a $10 best ball draft. Yeah, man, I don't do mocks. They're kind of a waste of time. They're so far from what the actual money leagues are going to be. Oh, Roberts, I mean, I know you're doing a 2QB Superflex. Is it with IDP? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I mean, 9th, 10th, 11th round. I mean, that's usually when we see the IDP start coming off the board. That was a decent little QB run. And Matt said Brees Hall ? What about him? What about him? Anthony said I got JT, CD, T. Higgins, Hurts, Jacobs, Henderson, and JMO. How am I looking? 12 man. I said it's pretty solid, man. Solid for a 12 man. Might even be a B plus. Dang, dude, look at how far London fell. All right. It's time to smoke. Who's with me?
All right. Fire them up.
You got perfect timing. About to start a little puff give in this motherfucker.
Anthony said, what's my weakness, you think? Well, I don't think. I know it's your running backs. Your running backs for sure. That's where you need help. Because I wouldn't want to have Henderson as my number 2. Because Henderson's the type of guy that I don't think you're going to want to start like every single week. And Anthony no shot London fell that far. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I was debating on taking him too in the early 4th, but I wanted to lock in that extra quarterback. And Aiden, what up? Said thoughts on Zamir White. People have thoughts on Zamir White. Like, what kind of thought should we have? Because I don't even like. He's pretty much always sucked. Like, he's only ever had hype. And I tried to tell everybody when he was overhyped like that to not fucking fall for it. People fell for it. Not me, though. And let's see. Alex G, what up, bro? Yes, football is back, baby. And I know this is for Monday Night Football, but so don't have my head. It just sounds cooler than the other ones. Yes, no, maybe, right? Thoughts on Zamir White? Yeah, man. Who has thoughts on Zamir White anymore? Like, he's nothing. Vano, Saquon. And Vano, as many times as you ask that question, you better be smashing that like button, bro. And Corey said Hurts over Herbert. In best ball, yes. I was wanting to get both of them. And I mean, Cali Jam, Eagle fan, there's a chance that he could have took Hurts right there. So that's what I was trying to do, snag Hurts and then come back with Herbert. Ended up working out. Yes, no, maybe said thoughts on Mercedes Lewis. I think he's got to come back, bro. I love Mercedes Lewis. You know why? I've been playing so long. You remember David Gerard back in the day? Does anybody remember that play where it was David Gerard? He like hooks it, chucks it, football, and like all the way up in the air, and like a defender smashes it down. And it totally goes right into Mercedes Lewis's stomach for a touchdown. Bro, that year I had Gerard and Mercedes Lewis. Like I'm still hyped about that shit like to this day. That was like such an insane play. Yes, he remembers. Yes, no, maybe remembers. Bro, I mean, that might have been one of the craziest ways that a game has ever finished that I can think of. Like, dude, the defender totally has a chance to like smash it anywhere, but he hits it right in Mercedes Lewis's stomach. Hey, Evan, what up, bro? Anthony says this half-point PPR. No, it's actually 2-point PPR, and that's to counterbalance the IDP scoring. And then the tight end premium, they get an extra half a point. Oh man, who the hell is this clown Gibbs at number 1 instead of Kyle Pitts? Mickey Mouse League, bro. Luis, are you Mickey Mouse's cousin or something? And yes, no, maybe so that's why you gotta love football, bro. And like literally anytime, like that's not something I think about on a daily basis. Literally anytime anybody mentions Mercedes Lewis, I bring up that play like that because that was so insane. It was so insane. And Robert, he said, you think the Dallas running back will have another year like next year? Well, it's going to be hard to catch people off guard. But the one thing that I will say, they didn't do anything to like, improve the running game. So, I mean, I don't know if he's going to have the exact same, but I've always liked Javonte. I felt like he was really getting screwed with Denver. Just, the injuries and him not hurting, him getting hurt, And who just messaged me on Sleeper? Tony O54. And it's Ted so why are QBs going in the first and second round? Because it's a 2-quarterback league, bro. Yeah, I like how you laughed, and it's just because you like don't understand what the league is. But yeah, it's because it's a 2-quarterback league, bro. Glad I could introduce you to it. And it's not your fault that you don't know. It's all these basic ass content creators that only do single QB mocks. So yeah, man, TikTok's setting people up for failure. So many whack content creators that like barely started playing fantasy football, but they want to give like advice. It's like, it's crazy to me. And Davis 107. I got T-Law, CMC, Genty Neighbors, Igbuka, Loveland, JMO. I mean, it's good. I mean, it's really solid, but it's a 10-man. Like, that's the one thing that sucks is like, I'm sure you could show me like all 10 teams in your league, and I bet they all look really similar. I'll give that a solid B. If it was a 12-man, it might be a B+. And Taylor said Josh Allen at 3. Yep, because it's a super flex league. Evan said CMC and Cook is my duo. That's solid. How did that end up happening? What pick did you have? And it was 10-man, 12-man? I'm loving my first 6 picks, man. Loving my first 6 picks. Got 2 top 12 running backs. Got maybe 2 top 7 quarterbacks. And I'd say 2 top 10 for Barkley and Hampton. And then Olave and McConkey, man, I feel like they're flirting with top 12. Olave might be considered top 12. Yes, no, maybe 12 team. PPR got Jaden Daniels, Harvey, Judkins, Chase, Neighbors, McMillan, Addison, Loveland. Yeah, that's solid, dude. I mean, except for Harvey, like, Yeah, actually, your running backs suck. That's not that solid. I mean, Harvey and Judkins as your 1 and 2. Said, should I trade one of the wide receivers? I mean, yeah, but what sucks is like nobody's gonna want Addison, so it's like you got to trade one of your big 3. And like I really wouldn't trade like Chase, like for sure. I would keep him off the table. I would give whoever is interested though, maybe even the option of who they want. I mean, the trade price has to be right. Like it either needs to be like an equal running back, or it needs to be like a running back, like wide receiver, like something. But yeah, I wouldn't sell a wide receiver cheap though, just to get a better running back. Like, just remember that part. Like, should you do it? Yes, but do not sell your wide receivers cheap just because you need a running back, because then that defeats the purpose of like your whole draft. Because you drafted crazy on wide receivers, and like you might be able to get some running backs through waivers. I mean, that would be the hopes. But yeah, don't sell cheap though. Like that's the thing. That is the big thing. Don't sell super cheap. And then hold on, dude. I saw your question come in, but I'll make my pick here real quick. You know what? QB's hitting the wall right here. I'm locked down. Kyler. Ooh. Touchdown for the Cardinals. Who is that? Who the hell's 86? I don't know who the hell 86 is. Yes, no, maybe. So do I gamble that Neighbors or McMillan go off and they both have high upside? I feel, yeah, for sure. I mean, that's why I'm saying, like, don't sell them cheap. Like, if you're gonna trade, yes, like get the right price. Because I would hold off. Like, if you can't get like a good trade like out of those guys because people think you're hurting, yeah, I would just play it out. I would play it out, and I wouldn't get nervous and like, trade one of the guys for nothing just so you could get a better wide receiver like right now. Oh man, this is tough. Kind of in a little bit of a dead zone here. I feel like people are really drafting good tonight. I only got 30 seconds. And I see the questions coming in. Give me a sec. Let me make my picks here. Oh man, fuck it. I guess we're going Marv. Kind of didn't want to get him there, but man, there's no value right now on the board. I think they updated the ADP, so shit's changing. Mila, I'm the 8th spot this year in a 12-man. Who's my go-tos? I mean, look at the board right now. Like that we have. I mean, your go-tos. If somehow, Amon-Ra, JT, Barkley. I mean, Puka, maybe. I mean, dude, there's people who are like panicking about Puka right now. Like, look, he went at the 107 in this draft. He's usually going at the 103 or the 104 or the 105. So I guess it just depends if people are like super panicking. But like, yeah, those would be the guys. I mean, CMC, if he potentially drops. Ebog said likely this year with New York. Well, what do you mean? I mean, he is with New York, but you mean, are we drafting him, or like, what do you mean? And Jason said, why Allen at 3? Because it's a super flex league, meaning you can start 2 quarterbacks. So that's why you see the quarterbacks just going higher in general. Because normal, well, not even normal, because like single QB leagues aren't even normal. That's just what a lot of people play in. It's not the normal. It's not the normal. Normal was super flex until the app started like making it more simple. Mila said a lot of people were worried about CMC, but but I'm not. He averaged 20 plus last year. Yeah, I mean, it's a no risk it, no biscuit. Like it really depends on when your draft is, because we still have 4 weeks before the season starts. Like today is like we have 4 weeks minus 1 day, because Wednesday is the first day of the season. Wednesday, what is it? Wednesday the 9th, I believe. But yeah, I'm not. You just can't be a pussy about it, right? Like, I mean, dude, like anybody can get hurt as long as CMC is not hurt. Like when the season starts, like, And And Jason said you could pick an edge rusher here. Yeah, we play with individual defensive players, bro. And so, yeah, we don't do team defense. You actually pick the individual defensive players. It is so much fun. Once you start playing that way, you're going to want to make most of your leagues that way. I can already guarantee you. And don't play it with somebody random who's never been a commissioner, because they're going to ruin the whole experience for you. I hear too many people saying that they don't like IDP, and it was because of an IDP league that they played in, and it was like a new commissioner. And someone said, I thought Lamar would go earlier. Dude, I mean, I think yesterday he went at the 212 or 3-1. But yeah, him and Drake May usually go earlier. And Steve said, I drafted Burrow, Brown, Higgins, Chase. Am I cooked? Well, why would you be cooked, man? Why would you be cooked? I would say you're cooked if they do real shitty in a game. But I would say for the most part, they're probably going to have decent games. J-Lo, I haven't drafted a QB in the first 3 rounds in the past 4 years in Superflex. Haven't done mad. Made 2 finals, 1-1. Well, the people who won those championships, because like that's what I would be focused on. Did they draft QBs early? Because I mean, one out of I mean, that's a 25% clip rate. I mean, dude, a lot of times I'm hitting around a 20 or 25%, and I'm playing in dozens of leagues. Dave said IDP is the only way to play when including defense. For sure, man. For sure. Team defense is so stupid. I mean, just imagine if there was like a team offense or something, you know, like literally makes no sense. Well, you guys let Ramondre fall to me. I'll take him at the 9th. And Slave of Most Wise, week 6 is a write-off for me, though. Yeah, I mean, you know, at least it's only 1 week that you're writing off instead of multiple. But yeah, Milo, I'm really high on AJ Brown. I might go get him in the 2nd round if I land Puka in the A spot. I mean, if you do that, your running backs are going to be so garbage, bro. And like, can you win without top 12 running backs? Like, yeah, for sure. You can totally do that. But you're not going to like your team when you leave the draft, because like your running backs are just going to look like shit. And hey, Scotty boy in the house. What up, bro? Who the fuck is Drew Alar, bro? I only have 1 game up right now. Who the hell is that? And Corey said, I really don't want to draft Henry. Yeah, I mean, they did say that he's going to be more involved in the pass game, you know? So I don't know, man. Like, we cannot think of the Ravens the way that they've been ever since Lamar's been there. We can't. Like, it's literally everything is going to be different this year. Everything. It's crazy to think about, but it totally is. It totally is. Oh, man. Everybody's drafting good, because like the last couple rounds, I've just like hated the people that are available. This sucks. 15 seconds. Fuck. Damn it. All right, we'll get him. And the rookie for Pitt. Okay. Let's see if I can catch a replay. 6'5", big arm, sound familiar? Yeah, Big Ben 2.0. But does he have the dad belly? Does he have the beer belly, bro? Matthew, it's this one. Were you the one who messaged me? Because I was asking who messaged me. I didn't respond. Not yet. I was seeing if somebody would. I was seeing if somebody responded in the chat. Let's see. And don't spam the chat, guys. Jeez, you just make it worse for everybody. Especially if you're not hitting the like button. If you spam the chat, I can't even read it. The Chinese, username. Better be hitting that like button, bro. Do you think the preseason game says anything about the Bengals' future? Are they still going 5-13? The preseason tells very, very little about how the team is going to do for the season. Yes. I mean, it's like, for the most part, I mean, dude, the last 3 quarters usually is all backups, all backups. And third stringers, 4 stringers, not even backups, third stringers, 4th stringers, 5th stringers, guys who like aren't even going to make the team, Levi got 10 pick and a 10 man. Do I go Jefferson or CD and a running back, or go 2 running backs like A-Chain and Saquon? Man, I'd probably be going 2 running backs, dude. And it's really because like your wide receivers are going to be so much better in the 3rd and the 4th round than the running backs. Like, you're not even going to want to draft running backs in the 3rd and 4th round if you see the options that are there. And Kizzy said, why the fuck are QBs getting drafted so early? Because it's a super flex league, bro. Have you never heard of 2 quarterback leagues? Like, it's crazy that, like, I know you TikTok peeps, you probably only hang around on TikTok and you only watch these basic ass content creators that like only do single QB mocks. There's a whole world out there. Like, dude, anybody, all these content creators that are just doing single QB mocks, I guarantee you most of them have only been playing fantasy football for a couple years. I always ask too, and you can tell a lot of them are rookies. I would be very weary of who I'm getting fantasy advice from on TikTok specifically. And Kyler, rate this 12-man: Dak, Gibbs, Swift, Nico, Kittle, Adams. Then I have a good bench. I have a good bench because I tanked the QB and tight end. Yeah, that's what's funny is like, I mean, Dak's good. I mean, Kittle, I wouldn't want Kittle as a starter though. I mean, that's kind of that I would I'd be a little nervous about that. I mean, I'm gonna call this a B. It's solid. It's solid for sure. And I ain't shouted out, but Milo, thanks for the follow earlier. Levi said, I already did that. Bennett, Stack, Cook, and Saquon with the 109. Solid. And Kyler, did you hear me? I just shouted it out. And Corey said, why didn't I get Pittman? Dude, because I've been seeing Pittman fall later, but I forgot Steeler Nation Mike was in here. So I should have known that there was no chance that he was going to make it back. But because Pittman's banged up, he's been going around later. Like, I got him in the 11th round multiple times over the past couple drafts. And who is that? A said, I feel like London's a bit underrated going into the season. Well, it's because of his QB play, though. Like, that's why, like, people are hating on him. Man, dude, ever since they updated his ADP, it really sucks. It really sucks. Because guys who used to be just like so much farther down, they are not far down anymore. And let's see, Sean, do you go Nico? Would you do Nico for Ladd, the Rams D, and Quentin Johnson? No. Why would you want to trade for a defense, bro? Like, defenses you're probably going to be dropping. Like, anyways, even the Rams, like, dude, they're going to have bad games. Like, at some point, you're not going to be able to roster 2 of them, especially if you only have 5 bench spots. Felipe, what do you think about reaching for Cook at the pick 6 of the first round? I think it's safer than CMC for injury. I mean, if you're like super worried about CMC for injury, I mean, like, trust your gut. But I don't know. I'm not super nervous about CMC. Like, am I a little bit nervous? Sure, but like could be nervous like literally about like every running back, because every running back has a shot of going down. Doesn't matter how healthy they are. Colin said, yo, I got the option between CMC and JSN PPR league. What do you think? It's tough, man, because like right now, it also depends on when your draft is, because like I want to say CMC because we have like 4 weeks left, before the season actually starts. But not gonna lie, if I was drafting tomorrow and I only played in like 1 or 2 leagues, I'd probably be so nervous about CMC that I would go JSN. So if you only play in like 1 or 2 leagues, I'd probably limit my risk with CMC. But no risk it, no biscuit. If CMC averages 20 points a game, you're going to be hella pissed. Corey says, first time I seen you go likely. What are your thoughts on him? Well, I like him as a bench player. I mean, I've got him before, but his ADP has risen. So I mean, I was like getting him 14th, 15th round, but like now he's like one of the top guys like on there. And I just feel like when we get to the bench, there's always going to be a bunch of random like tight ends that end up going and setting over Shakir. Well, yes, for sure. And Shakir just goes later, like K2 pins. I mean, he drafted him in the 12th. I've gotten him in the 13th and the 14th round. So, you know, it also is like as the ADP catches up, like got to kind of start deciding like who you're going to jump on and who you're going to try to let fall. Shakir, I was hoping I could let him fall another round and then try to get him. So, yeah, like that's the thing though. In this best ball, I don't live and die by my rankings, like not at all. And CJ Vike 69.
69, dudes.
Said, what hits harder, fantasy football draft season or wild card weekend? Bro, man, come on, man. The fantasy football draft season. But you know what? For me, fantasy football draft season started in February, bro. I bet you're not going to come across too many content creators whose fantasy draft season goes from February all the way to September. But, you know, we're a different breed around here, though. This tournament, this draft that I'm doing right now, it's a $10 buy-in. It's best ball. We've almost drafted 300 times. We're at 290 right now. This is a $10,000 first place prize. And Matt said Breece Hall in the second round. I mean, he mostly goes in the third, but if you play in single quarterback leagues, like he's going to be going in the second. He only went in the second here because all those running backs went. Like, look at how many running backs went in the first 2 rounds. And Corey says, so JCM over White too. Yeah, I feel like there's more upside with JCM. And they've been hyped. They've been talking him up too. Like, that's the thing. Like, Rachaad White is not great. He's good. Like, remember, like, how much, like, we did not want Rachaad White over the last 2 years because of Bucky? I'm not saying JCM is Bucky, but, like, JCM did pretty good, like, on their team last year, especially, like, late in the season, you know? So, like, the coaches like him as well. And Matt said, me personally, I don't think he'll be very good this year. Why? Guy's going to be, he has a quarterback that actually, like, checks down, and I mean, he might be one of the best pass catching running backs in the league. So, but like, he got picked in the second round. So what? There was 11 other guys that got picked in the second round, and he got picked at the 212. And I didn't pick him. I've drafted him in the 3rd and 4th before him. CJ Vike said, need to do a personal litmus test to check out if you know your stuff. Are you in or out on A-Chain? Well, see, here's the thing. Like, the in or out, I play in so many leagues. There is no in or out for me, because if I can get A-Chain at the end of the second, I'm getting him at the end of the second, you know? But that's because I also play in like 50 leagues, and I'm doing like 200 of these best ball drafts. So, yeah, like the in or out question is usually for those guys who play in like 1 or 2 leagues, because like then they'll like never draft that person no matter what, because they only play in a couple. But dude's gonna be the leading receiver on their team. So anybody who says they're completely out on him is just a little bit weird to me. Do I want to draft him in the first round all early? No. Said 50 is nuts. I can't do more than 3. I'm rooting against my own players. Well, see, you know why? It's because you don't know how to mentally handle it. You know what I do? I don't even look at who I am playing. You know why? Doesn't matter. For me, fantasy football is like golf. I need to put my best foot forward. Literally doesn't matter what my opponent does. Literally doesn't matter. Like people who look at their matchups always end up fucking themselves mentally. Always end up fucking themselves mentally. So, you know what I do? I have everybody and I'm going against everybody. That's my mentality. So I want everybody to just score a crazy amount of points. You know why? Because I got everybody, and that means my teams will be doing good. And then we just see how it all shapes out at the end of the day. But yeah, even that part, like, yeah, I'm sure that a lot of these content creators will say the same thing. It's because they're not seasoned veterans like myself. Like, you guys are just normal people, you know, who's out there. You play in 3 leagues, you don't want more than that because of that. That's fine. I would probably be bored out of my mind if I only played in 3 leagues. I don't even know how bored I would be only playing in 3 leagues. And Corey said Brees has no competition in his backfield like Kyren, ETN, Javante. Yeah, for sure. I mean, even if people are like, oh, yeah, but they said Isaiah Davis is doing really good in camp. It's like the 3rd string running back, you know. It's like these random blurbs, like could literally be because of that. Could literally be because of that. And Corey said fantasy is a numbers game. There's no my guys and their guys. Yeah, I mean, see, like, I mean, that's, you know, like the fantasy footballers doing their my guys episode. Like, dude, I mean, those guys literally play in like 2 or 3 leagues. You know, that's why they do these my guy like episodes, because like they're like, when it comes to being a manager, they're just as casual as everybody else. They're just as casual as everybody else. Dave said I go crazy if I only played in 3 leagues. Dude, I don't even know what I'd do with myself if I only played. Like, I haven't only played in 3 leagues since 2010. Yeah, 2010. Like 2011, I remember that was the year that I bumped it up to 4. And like never gone like back since. I think like in 2018, I think I had like 8 or 9 leagues. But then like literally once COVID came, like, dude, I think it went from like 8 to like 25 or something like that. And TJ said, I used to overthink the fuck out of my matchups. Yeah, for sure. Everybody does. Everybody does. Well, I can't say everybody, because like you probably are like me now, where we like literally don't even look at the matchups most of the time because it doesn't matter. Like, could you imagine? I mean, dude, I don't know how many leagues you have, TJ, but I know it ain't just a few. But like, dude, with my 45, 50 leagues, could you imagine how much time it would take literally just to look and analyze each matchup every week? Like, dude, that would take so much time. That would take so much time. And people are always like, and not people are always like, but there's always people who are like, oh man, like this guy's starting this quarterback. This means I can't start this wide receiver, because if, you know, like if like I have this wide receiver playing, but he like does bad, you know, then like it's going to hurt me. But like if the quarterback does good, but he doesn't throw it to my wide receiver, like then it's pointless of me playing this wide receiver, and like just weird mind fuck games like that. And it's like, it's like, why? And let me see, where did I leave off at? Luke said draft A-Chain, Genty, or Saquon. I mean, if I'm picking of the 3, I would rank them Saquon, Genty, A-Chain. Grant said I went JT at the 107 and Genty picked 17. Thoughts? I like it. I'm not a super huge fan of Genty. It's because I feel like, man, the Raiders they're just gonna ruin him. He's gonna have a lot of really bad games, but he's gonna have some good games too. But yeah, I really love going running back this year, because I want to get 2 top 12 guys. It's way easier to get 2 top 12-ish wide receivers, even without drafting them in the 1st or 2nd round. It's impossible to do that with running backs. Eli said half or full PPR is better. Full, bro. Austin said Saquon or Hampton, and why? I'm on the Saquon side, and a lot of it is because, well, I mean, they lost AJ Brown. Not lost him, but they traded him away. They're gonna, like, a lot of things are gonna be changing with the offensive coordinator that came in. They still have like the best line in football, and Hampton's got to get over the Charger curse, bro. He's got to get over the Charger curse for real. Like Herbert's done it. Like Herbert's already gone through multiple coaches and all that shit. Like Herbert's passed, the Chargers curse test. But still very hard. And A said London or Hampton. Hampton ain't even close, man. And Antonio, he said, how can I join one of your paying leagues? You hit me a message on the Sleeper app. It's at FF Hustler 420 at FF Hustler 420. Dang it. All right. I have not been marking any IDP guys down, but I bet there's my pick. One thing that's cool, I know we're helping affect the IDP ADP. I know that because I see a lot of guys who were drafting high. They've now changed from like 999 to like 300s, 400s, like shit like that. And let's see, Doug. What up, Doug? Doug. Keeper League 200 spending limit. Who to keep? Justin Jefferson 57, Marvin Harrison 26, Travis Hunter 13, Genty 47. Marvin Harrison and Genty seem like the correct moves. I mean, I know that damn, I didn't even see Landman was there, but I definitely would have still taken who I would have taken. Let's lock them down. Yeah, I mean, I'd probably go Harrison and Genty. Jefferson at 57, like, I mean, it's very tempting, but you might be able to get him cheaper than that this year. TJ said I'm in the 20s now. Nice. Corey said the thing is creators are catering to the masses with a single QB. For sure they are. They are catering to the masses, but it's also because that's all they play in. So like, yeah, we could say that. That could be like their excuse. Is that you, Tonio 54? I was wondering who that was. I asked. Maybe you were still on Sleeper. I'll message you back. But so do you want to get into one of these $10 drafts that I host live most of the time with the $10,000 first place prize for the tournament? Or do you want to get into another league besides that? I have multiple leagues. I have a bunch, actually. And I said creators need to wake up and realize that Superflex is better. Yeah, there was one creator on TikTok. Listen to this, Corey. Because I always go into the live streams, like I try to show love and give people a chance. And so I always say what up, and then I ask how many leagues are you going to play in 2026, or how many money leagues are you going to play in 2026? Do you play in any leagues with Superflex? Do you play in any leagues with IDP? Bro, I asked that question. And there was one guy on the panel, and then one guy who was like the host or whatever. He was like, "Nah, I don't play in any super flex leagues." He was like, "I'm gonna play in probably 4 or 5 leagues this year." And then the guy on his panel was like, "Dude, super flex leagues are stupid, bro. They're stupid. Like, who wants to play with 2 quarterbacks, man?" And then the loser who was the host started piggybacking off of his friend being a douche. And he was like, "Yeah, man, I would never play in a 2 quarterback league because I just don't even care that much." And I was like, what the fuck does that even mean? You don't care that much, so you won't learn 10 more quarterbacks' names. I was so confused about that. But it's guys like that are trying to give people advice, and they don't care. They don't care. It's like you either play in this basic ass league that they care about, but if there's anything else that makes it a non-basic league, oh man, they act like they're not scared, but it's really because they're scared to try something different is what it is. And yeah, Barry's laughing over there. Hell yeah, man. Said, love 2 QB leagues, makes the draft better. I said, for sure, dude. Everybody who plays in a single quarterback league, I don't care what kind of leagues you play in, okay? I bust balls. We're having fun, okay? Everybody cannot tell me this is how everybody drafts. Running back or wide receiver early, If you could get one of the early tight ends, you'll jump up for an early tight end. If not, you just push it off all the way to the end. The QBs, you push it off like all the way until the end. It's like, dude, it's literally just wide receivers and running backs getting drafted the whole time. Literally the whole time. And Footy Sanchez says this super flex league. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. That's why you see him, all those quarterbacks going way higher on average. And NFL expert said it feels so great watching the Patriots, bro. I've kind of just been going back and forth in between the games. Normally I'd have like a bunch of the games on, but how the Patriots been doing, man? Is it them there? Who did they play today? Is it the Lions? No, I don't even know who the hell they played today. Just got to lock down another IDP. It's getting crazy. Corey said everyone going to have to adjust eventually and grab your nuts and jump in the deep end. For sure, man. I mean, dude, like, well, and maybe not because, like, there are just some people who are like, they're happy never changing. Like, dude, I mean, there was a guy who came in the draft, like, or came in the live stream. He said he's been playing fantasy football for 15 years and he's never heard of a super flex league or a 2-quarterback league. And I was just blown away. I was like, dude, your friends suck, bro. Like, they only introduced you to the most basic leagues and that was it. Like, I'm lucky that my friends introduced me to, like, the first league that I played in was a 2-quarterback league, not super flex, 2-quarterback league with IDP. And I just literally thought that that's how everybody played. It wasn't until like Facebook, like when I created the Facebook group and like just started like meeting more people and shit and like realized that like, yeah, not everyone's really playing like that. It's good. It's kind of crazy to me. And Sean said Joe Burrow or Jalen Hurts. Joe Burrow, dude. Joe Burrow can stay healthy. Like, that's really what it comes down to, man. Corey said, how many views are those guys who are nothing? Like, they nothing. Like, I mean, I was one of like 2 or 3 people that was like watching them, you know? So it's like, yeah, nobody. And then I forget what the hell, like, then they got mad that I started talking shit back, like that I matched their energy. And they're like, well, what should we do, bro? Like, we're just learning and trying to grow. And I was like, well, why don't you stop being basic ass motherfuckers, dude? And like, step your shit up. Shout out to Nathan for the share. And let's see, Antonio said that $10 leagues, I'm cool with that. Is it a 12 team, but also I do super flex. It's literally this draft that we're doing right now. It's the $10 drafts. They're all a part of the same big ass tournament. We're drafting every single day. It's all the same settings. It's super flex and it has IDP involved. You only have to start 5 defensive players though. And I have a whole bunch of live drafts like on YouTube that you could go check out if you want to see the full things. Doug said, have to pick only one. Oh, if you only have to pick one, I guess I'm going Marv. Andre said Mendoza has some real zip on the passes, bro. I mean, he has a good arm. I don't think that was ever the knock. I mean, I don't know how many knocks he has against him. I think the knock is just him playing on the Raiders. What up, Andre? What's going on, bro? And Senor Miguel, so it's good, fella. Watching my first preseason of the season. Nice, bro. So you didn't watch the Hall of Fame game last week? I didn't watch it either. Just kind of flipping through. And Scotty Boy, what are your thoughts on David Montgomery and Josh Jacobs this year? Well, I really would not want one of them to be my number 2. Like, I feel like I think of those guys more as like flex players, or at least guys that I want to have in the flex are both going to get drafted as top 20 guys or top 20 running backs. But I feel like I'd rather have them as my flex than as my RB2. I'm not worried about Josh Jacobs as far as the suspension goes. That's as someone who's dealt with the court systems before. It's not hey, Buda Baker off the board. Nothing's happening this year for him. Because even if they did, because he has no charges against him, even if they did randomly bring in charges like right now, like, dude, like we're like, it could easily be pushed off until the end of the season. Easily pushed off until the end of the season. And TJ said, or just don't talk shit to get likes. Fucking posers, right? Crispy said, who you calling a basic motherfucker? Well, it ain't you, Crispy. And Anthony said, how'd Genty fall to the 2-4? I mean, I just didn't pick him. I picked Hampton over Genty. Walker got picked over Genty. Chase Brown and A-Chain got picked over Genty. Cook got picked over him. And it was like literally all running backs. So I think people just drew their line in the sand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. He got picked as RB11. Boss said, how did Lamb fall? Lamb's always fallen to the second round, it seems like. Yeah. I mean, the Jefferson falling to the third round is a little bit more insane. But yeah, I mean, Lamb being picked as like the wide receiver 5, like sometimes he'll go at the turn in a 12-team league. But dude, a lot of times he's making it to the second. And Jugger said, who's number 3, bro? Well, I mean, it's a 2-quarterback league, so I'm assuming that you think it's just like a regular single quarterback league, right? Not that you can actually start 2 quarterbacks. Right? Am I right about that assumption? They say, okay, super flex, my bad. Yeah, for sure. And you know what? It's not your fault, man. It's all the basic ass content creators that only do single quarterback mocks. So I mean, not your fault. Not your fault. And if that's you hitting the like, I appreciate it. Help me get up to 2,000 likes on TikTok, guys. I mean, we've been rocking for about an hour. We should have more than that. Drake May Lover said, why QB's in the first round? It's a super flex, meaning you can start 2 quarterbacks. And Rob said he's calling people who don't pick swaps and dynasty trades. Motherfucker. I hate those trades. Dude, Cali Jam is on a tight, like, dude, if there's someone who likes a tight butthole, it is definitely Cali Jam right now. He loves himself a tight end. Look at that. 5 tight ends in a row, bro. With my tight end, I mean, I only got likely, so I mean, I guess it's the loose ends for me. But dude, what the hell? 5 tight ends in a row, bro. You're insane. You're insane. And Brown, what up, bro? Said, sorry I missed it tonight. All good, bro. How many packages did you have to deliver today? Because you jumped out so early that you were like, fuck, there's no way I'm finishing before this draft. And it was hours and hours and hours before the draft. How many packages did you have to deliver today? Very curious. Oh, man, my lighter ran out of juice. Yeah. All right. Tank Dell in the 20th. Woo! Spicy. Probably could have got him way later. Fuck, 700 plus. Motherfucker, dude. In one day, how many hours did you work, bro, today? Because I'm even curious, how many packages in an hour did you deliver? I'm sure that there's a bunch that are like clumped up and shit, but like, dude, 700 plus packages in one day? Bro, fuck, man. Fucking UPS, bro. And TJ said number 28, $30, the most jack trade I've ever seen in a while. Yeah, and I'm about to cancel it because Jedge didn't I told him to message. I even messaged him. He didn't message me back. And Bertco still has to play for 2028. So, yeah, that trade's about to get canceled. Thanks for reminding me. And C. Schultz is a super flex. Yeah, super flex, super flex. That means you can start 2 quarterbacks for those who don't know what a super flex league is. Fuck, all the furniture in the world, bro. That has to be the worst. 700 packages and hella furniture? Man, that sucks. That sucks. 12 and a half hours had a ton of bulk on my route. Okay, but still 12 and a half hours. I mean, because, you know, we can only average it. We're not going to be like, oh, yeah, you delivered like 100 packages this hour because like they were all in the same apartment complex or whatever. But like, dude, I mean, I'll just do the 700 by 12 and a half. I mean, that's 56 packages an hour. That's a package a minute. Dude. What the hell, dude? 56 packages an hour. That is insane, bro. Insane. Matt, yes, this is Superflex. Hey, and shout out to you guys, hat tip to you guys who know what a Superflex is, because there's so many people who come in, they're like, dude, who's this idiot picking Josh Allen in the 3rd round? And why are there so many quarterbacks in the 1st and 2nd round? What kind of joke league is this? And Anthony said Swift at the 3-2. I don't know what the hell Darren was doing there. Yeah, I don't know about that. He's drafted in a bunch of these. He also works in a hospital, so I don't know if he's I don't know if he was dealing with the code blue or some shit like that and messed up, but I've never seen Swift drafted that high. Crispy said I was going from 5 a.m. until now today. Huge meeting with inspectors and instructors. Going to move in that direction. Nice, dude. Nice. You're too old to be swinging the hammers, Crispy. You need to just have the clipboard and be cracking the whip. Like, that's what you need to be doing, Crispy. But I'm sure it's easier said than done, because even my dad's such an asshole. Like, even when when I'm trying to tell my dad how we should like step things up with his pool cleaning business, this is already when I'm like in my 20s. I'm not even a kid at this point. And he was like, no, I can't do that because I don't trust you enough to like let you take on more responsibility. And it was like just then when I realized how much of an idiot my dad was, because he lost money more months than he made money. And it's crazy that my mom like allowed him to like be running a business that like literally lost money every single month, because he was like stupid when he was with business. Dude. All right, let's go Barner. And Scotty said anyone who doesn't play in a 2-quarterback league or super flex leagues is a pussy. I mean, I wouldn't say that, but I would say anyone who's scared to play in it is a pussy. If he never knew about it, because I'm finding there's a lot of people that don't even know that they exist. You know, maybe people who've only been playing for like a handful of years or whatever. And like those people, you get grace. Come join a league with us. You know, I got a bunch of leagues for people to join. It's the ones who like, oh man, no, there's no way I'd join a league like that, bro. Like real football. Do they have 2 quarterbacks on a team, bro? Like, man, I love hearing like stupid excuses like that. Like, yeah, it's fantasy football, bro. There's also not 12 teams in a league in the NFL. And Lugger said my bad phone was glitching. What pick are you on? Or what pick am I? I am pick 10 today. Oh, I got to scroll down a little bit. I am pick 10 today. And Cooper say, think 10 man, pick 10. Neighbors falls to me round 3. Maybe. I would say, I would say there's a chance for sure. If you don't have anybody in your league who's like a Super Giants fan, probably, man, probably. Because like a shitload of running backs are going to go in those first 3 rounds before it gets back to you. And Luke said, hey man, you drafted Genty, A-Chain, or Saquon? That's crazy. Someone asked the exact same question. Saquon, Genty, A-Chain, in that order. And Nolan said, rate my team. You better be hitting that like button over there, Nolan. Help us get over 2,000, man. We should have way more likes right now. He said, rate my team. Matt Stafford, JT, Walker, Buka, Scary Terry. Ooh, Scary Terry is your number 2. Loveland, Pitts, Mike Wilson. It's like a B. It's like a B or a B minus. I mean, dude, you definitely got some good players. I mean, JT and Walker's fire. I mean, those were your first 2 picks, right? And then I'm assuming it was either Loveland or Igbuka, and those were your next 2. But man, if you went Kyle Pitts in the 5th instead of a wide receiver, and that's why you got Scary Terry, because that's what sucks. I would not want Scary Terry as my number 2. I really wouldn't. Chris said motherfuckers don't like a real challenge, stay in the amateur leagues and know your role.
Know your role and shut your mouth.
And Labooms, what's my strategy? 108-14, man. Well, your strategy should be to play the board. That's what your strategy should be. Anybody who gets stuck into a strategy, like a specific strategy, you could end up screwing yourself over. I'd be taking a running back with my first pick, though. That's for sure. I would probably be taking a wide receiver with my second pick there. And hang on one second. Oh. All right. And Nolan said, I don't want him either. Best choice. Yeah, well, for sure. Yeah, definitely. And shout out for the roses, Nolan. Yeah, I mean, what round did you end up getting him? Was everything that I said spot on? JT and Walker were 1 and 2. Igbuka and Loveland were your 3 and 4. And then was Scary Terry number 5 or was Pitts number 5? Like 5th round. And Chef, pick 4. I got CMC, Saquon, McBride, Pickens, Ladd, Scat, Igbuka, Herbert, Dart. So it's a 4 keeper, is what you're saying. I mean, you definitely got to keep McBride. It's a single quarterback league, I'm assuming, so I ain't keeping a quarterback. I think CMC and Saquon. I'd probably want to keep Ladd over Pickens. Well, dang it, this is tough. And I should have been setting my IDP. I should have been setting my dang IDP. I gotta look and see, make sure I don't miss anybody. Dude, IDPs went crazy today, man. I only got 4 of them. We'll get $100 million, man. Chrissy said, I don't know that foreskin dude was last night. He said a damn single QB for sure. Let's see. Dang. Yeah, that's rough, man. Daniel, I got Bijan, Hampton, Scat, starting thoughts. Great. Who's the rest of your team, though? And Laboom said, would it be bad to go running back to back? No. If I feel like this year, like depending on which 2 running backs you're getting, that's the play. And shout out to Nolan for the paper crane. Yes, sir. Yeah, that's the play this year, because in the 3rd and 4th rounds, you're going to be able to have access to so many better wide receivers. Preston said, what league is this? It is a $10 best ball super flex, meaning you start 2 quarterbacks draft with IDP. It's all a part of a big tournament with a $10,000 first place prize. Okay, Nolan said that was the exact order. Well, who 5th was Scary Terry or 5th was Pitts? And Chef said, no, I had 4th pick in the draft. That's the starting team. Oh, okay, cool. Nice. Dude, that's crazy, man. How many teams in this league? But yeah, that's pretty awesome, dude. I'm assuming it's a 10-man. If it's a 10-man, it's really nice. If it's an 8-man, probably a B. If it's a 12-man, dude, you're shitting on that league. Sean, rate my team. Caleb, Bree, Scat, Rasheed, Amon Ra, Hawkinson. Hawkinson's a starter for you, bro? It's rough. You kicked that can way too far down the street. DK and Rome. So you got Brees in the 2nd, is what I'm assuming, and then Scat in the 3rd. Yeah, I don't know why he pushes off the RBs like he does. Yeah, Sean, that's it's a B. It's a B. Hawkinson almost might bring it down to a B minus, though. Yeah, it's like Chris Olave, Josh Allen, Rasheed Rice, tight end for the Browns, kicker Brandon Aubrey, 8-man. Yeah, I mean, I guess what's tough is like every team in an 8-man is stacked. So like your team's stacked, but like you're gonna go up against like 7 other stacked teams also. So I like it, but yeah. I'm sure I'd like a lot of teams in your league though. Patrick said trade Hampton and Rice for Jamar Chase. No, not right now. No, not right now. Because everyone right now is trading out of luxury. Like until you start getting people, like until you start getting injuries and stuff, like everybody's trading out of luxury. So I mean, you're trading a first and a third rounder for a first rounder, you know? Like, I mean, great to get Chase, but like you're probably giving up your top 2, you know, your first and your third pick more than likely. So like, no, I hate that. Dan said thoughts on Rashee Rice being my wide receiver 1. Oh, I mean, I don't like it. I don't like it. Well, and I mean, Chris Olave is he's your number 1. Both guys, you know, could be a number 1. Yeah. TJ peeled foreskin is cooked. I don't know what he was doing in the draft today. Chef Z said it's a 10-man. I mean, that's solid. That's solid for a 10-man for sure. And Patrick, did you hear my answer? Because I answered already. Sean said I got Rice, 2, Scatterbo, 3, Brees, 4. What the hell? That's crazy. That is crazy. Yeah, I wish. I don't know. Very interesting. I'm curious how I would have done a draft like that if you know, guys like Rice are going in like the second round, Scat in the third round. Pat said, thank you. Yes, sir. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you hit that follow if you're not yet. Everybody on TikTok, make sure you hit the follow if you have not yet. Oh, man. I hate that this whole ADP changed because it's messing me up. I got all my favorites saved, but they're like all out of order now. And Russell, thanks for the follow, bro. Milan, Jaden Daniels, Jacob, CMC, Devonta Smith, Devontae Adams, Laporta Marv, Quentin Johnston. Dude, Quentin Johnston in your starting lineup, that's a fail just for having him in your starting lineup, bro. Better be like a 16 teamer or something. But this one's for Quentin Johnston. And Rob said, how many RBs does Ziggy have? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh man, he had 3 before he picked those 6, so he has 9 total. Thanks for pointing that out. That shit's crazy, dude. He went ham on those late running backs, dude. Oh my gosh, Nick Herbig in the 26th round. Come on. TJ said calling it now. Mendoza will start by week 8. They really shouldn't. They really shouldn't. You know why? Because they paid Kirk Cousins all that money anyways. Like, dude, they just need to let him sit for a year. Even Patrick Mahomes sat for a year. Like, I know JJ got hurt in year 1. McCarthy. I know he got hurt in year 1, so it's like we almost don't even like think of that year. But dude, like even the next year after that, they should have let him sit. They should have let him sit because he obviously wasn't ready. And when you're not ready and you go in there, because yeah, I mean, even right now, like, yeah, dude, Mendoza's going up against 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th stringers. Like, he's not going up against starters. Like, we got to remember that as well. It doesn't matter how good he looks. Like, his arm is one thing, but like how the defense is playing, like, it ain't going to be like that. And TJ says, should have just taken Tony over QJ. Yeah, you ain't lying, bro.
Man, fuck Tony.
Right behind one leg, Alex Smith, too. Exactly, man. Like, dude, Alex Smith, I mean, he got them to the playoffs, you know, like that was actually like some of his better, time. But could you imagine, like, Patrick Mahomes was a straight up gunslinger coming out of college. He learned from Alex Smith and fucking learned how to check down, how to throw the ball away, just these random things. I mean, Alex Smith was a 101 overall in the NFL draft back in the day from San Diego. Him and Reggie Bush played on the same high school team. Can you imagine that? Alex Smith and Reggie Bush, number 1 pick in the NFL, number 2 pick in the NFL, both playing on the same high school team. And Sean's also got Jalen Warren, Herbert, and Sutton on the bench. I mean, that's good depth. But horrible tight end, though. You were the one who had Hawkinson, right? And Zach said 204 for the keeper. Scat in the 11th round. Javante 11th. Olave 10th. May 13th. I mean, I'm assuming it's a single quarterback league. So May, even though that is great, shouldn't even be in the convo. Hey, shout out to Stranger in the Houday Nation. What up, bro? I think that I would keep Olave and Javante. And dude, that's like cheating, bro, in the 10th and the 11th round. And Aiden said, well, Keenan Allen gets signed. Man, Keenan Allen's a chump. And I don't think he will, man. I don't think. If it ain't by the Chargers, I don't know. It's probably not. And blocking, how many picks in is it worth to take Xavier Worthy? Kind of just wouldn't even take him. Kind of would not even take him. I don't think it's worth it. And Patrick, 12-man, Shaw, RB, Saquon, Hampton, Javante, Ladd, Devonta Smith or Devontae Adams. I'm assuming that's Devonta Smith. What are we in? 27th round. Dude, I think I only have 5 IDP. Shit. All right. All right. Okay. Devonta Smith. Yeah. And then likely it says a good or bad. It's solid. It's solid for sure. I mean, likely is the one who you kicked the can on, right? Yeah, I'd say, I mean, it's fringing on a B plus, but I gotta call it a B because of likely and Shah. I'm sure those are the positions that you kick down the road. Sean said, would you do Jalen Hurts and Ladd for Burrow and Trey Tucker? No. Aiden said thoughts on Walker. Worth a pickup in Dynasty? I don't know about redraft. He's probably not even worth a pick unless he's like one of your last picks. Screw you, Cali Jam. TJ said Stafford played baseball with Clayton Kershaw's kids. Yeah, man, that's such a cool story. Hey, there we go. Stranger made it to the right one this time. Yeah, shout out to the Houday Nation. What up, bro? And use 2-man keeper. Got Bijan, Bowers, and Chase Brown. Who between Bowers and Brown? Probably Bowers. I mean, probably going to be impossible to like redraft Bowers. I mean, you might have a chance to redraft Chase. But yeah, I'd want to lock down a top 2 tight end before the draft even starts. Alex G, Marvin Harrison, or Chuba. Marvin Harrison. Hang on to that thought, Crispy. Ask me in a round and a half. And use that's what I was thinking. Thanks, man. Hell yeah. Hit that like button. Hit that follow. Hey, shout out to Brazil coming in, throwing in the GOAT gift. You the man, bro. You the man, Brazil. Appreciate you, brother. Yeah, Brazil and Nolan. They're the MVPs on TikTok right now. Only guys throwing in gifts. And there's a lot of questions being asked, too. Hey, shout out to Laylo Lyle coming in on TikTok. What up, bro? What's going down, Brazil? Hope you heard me shout you out for throwing down the GOAT gift on TikTok. Appreciate you, brother. Dude, we're at draft 290. We've almost made it to 300. We were so close. We were so close. Ahoo. I don't think he's talking about that one, TJ. Right, Crispy? Yeah, because I totally keep forgetting about him. Yo, Ziggy in the house. What up, bro? Doing good, man. We're doing good, and we're burning, man. What are you smoking over there, Ziggy? Brazil said my home league just became a 12-man, not a 10-man no more. Thank God. I'm a 10th pick. Cool. 10th pick is not bad, dude. You're going to be able to lock down 2 really good running backs with that pick. That's where I'd be going with the first 2 picks. Aiden said Darren Waller worth a pickup. In a redraft league or a dynasty? In dynasty, yeah, for sure. In redraft, I don't know. Probably not. Yeah, and in redraft, man, you got to really be hurting, even if you are. You got to really, really be hurting if you're even thinking about playing Waller. No way! What the fuck? So just stood up in my sink, inhaled the bug. What the hell, bro? Oh, okay, cool. You're talking about Jonah. Okay, I got him in the 20th round today. I like him. I mean, it's shit. Like now, I think even in rookie drafts, like in one of the rookie drafts that we did, he went at the end of the first. So, like, I mean, the hype is like risen on him. The hype is risen on him. Yeah, I thought you were talking about wait till K2. I thought you were talking about this Coleman, who they said has been working with the starters this year. Very curious. Jonah never fumbled in college. That's dope. That's dope. That's a really good stat to have. Lay low, Darren Waller or Jatavian Sanders. I mean, they both kind of suck, but I don't know. Like for Dynasty, I think I would just say Waller. No way. So I put out my cigarette, went on a walk inside. It's man, bro. Damn it. Now you got to smoke another bowl just to get rid of it. For which 2 RBs would you target for sure at the 10th? Well, I mean, dude, it could be Saquon and Hampton, bro. Like that's who I got at the 10th today. You might have to do it the opposite way, get Hampton in the first, and then you might have to do Hampton in the first, and then what's his name, Saquon in the second. Already did, yeah, bro. That shit sucks. I mean, that made me think of Chong. Remember in Cheech and Chong next movie, he pulls up he's like looking, he's got his like thing of roaches, and then there's an actual roach in there, hits it, and then he packs it in the bowl and smokes it. Axel, no elite RBs, fell to round 2 for the 3rd overall option. Jacob, Kyren, Javante. Yeah, probably Javante. I'd be going between Javante and Kyren, I would say. Yeah, man, it's rough. I'd probably even be going wide receiver there and then just go running back in the next round at that point. Laylo, who was picked number 8 today in the first round? Would be Amon-Ra St. Brown. 1 pick before Taylor. TJ said Keon could be dangerous next to number 2. It could be a next Laquan Treadwell. Man, I hope so. Fuck, man. Still feel it in my throat. sucks. That sucks, bro. Yeah, that's not cool. Not cool at all. Treason. Should I trade CD for Cook and Igbuka or CD and Bucky for Hampton and Ladd? Probably just hold, man. Probably just hold. Yeah. You're going to, especially in an 8-man, dude, you're going to have like some insane guys coming on waivers, I'm sure. Ryan Bowers, JSN, and DJ Moore for Lamb, JJ, and Swift. Nah, I'm holding, man. It's too much for too much, bro. You're winning on players, you're losing on players. Like, you want to get like very, very efficient with your trades. Like, if you just want to trade for someone because like you want that person on your team, just go trade for them. You don't need to ask people advice for that. But like, my advice for trading would be get real efficient, being like, I need to really improve my running backs. And you need to trade with someone who has a bunch of running backs and needs wide receivers if that's what you have. You know, like you have to find someone where you can create a mutually beneficial trade. And everyone right now is just trading out of luxury. Like, dude, the trade that you just said right there, there's so many people making trades like that. Literally no reason to. No reason to. Got 4 weeks until the season starts. And like, wouldn't it suck if you traded for someone that ended up getting hurt in preseason? It's literally the worst feeling. Laylo's Aaron Donald coming back. He might. I don't know. Like, I mean, he's been working out with the Rams, but I don't know, man. I know he stays in good shape. Like, his hobby is lifting weights. that's his main hobby is lifting weights. So like being in shape and shit, like working out is like his hobby. It's just crazy to think about. So I really like, there's probably a good chance, but I don't know, man. I'm still leaning on no. But even if he does for fantasy, he's not that good for fantasy. He's great for like defensive tackles in general are not great for fantasy, you know? So I'd let other people pick him. I mean, you know, in these best ball leagues, picking him in the, you know, the 30s, whatever, like maybe it's worth it. I'm still not even picking him until he gets drafted, because I don't want it to be a waste of a pick. It'd suck if it was a waste of a pick. Frizzo, you got RB rankings up on the site now? Yep, they're there. Yeah, Crispy Sage just smoked his first bowl of the day. Let's go.
Well, why is it sparkling then? Why is it sparkling?
Trees and my RBs are Derrick Henry and Bucky. Should I do since my RBs are weak? No, you shouldn't, because you're giving up. You're no matter what, you're giving up the better player to get the weaker player. So like that's the thing. Yeah, TJ said powerlifting's a drug to Donald. Bro, like I don't remember who it was. Oh shit. I'm on the clock. Hold on. I don't remember who it was, but it was some youngster with the Rams, and he went over to like just hang out and work out with Aaron Donald, and like he said they did a 45-minute workout that he was so tired, like he was like done after the 45, and that was Aaron Donald's warm-up. That was his warm-up. And so he had to push himself for another like hour and a half to like keep up with Aaron Donald. But it's insane, man. Insane. And sounds good, Ziggy. I'll do it after the draft. Yo, Alex, what up, bro? Is that what up? Since that time of year again, bro. You ain't lying, man. Glad to see you back, brother. Dude, we've been doing these drafts since February, man. It was Jared Verse, bro. I could not remember who that was. Dude, it was Jared Verse that said that he was done after the 45-minute warm-up for Aaron Donald. Dude. Man, that's crazy. Yeah, and Laylo said, Crispy told me there's one problem.
But there's one problem. Everybody still thinks that I absolutely suck.
I gotta start using that drop more. Evan, who do I take at the 108 PPR? I mean, if we're basing it on like this board, it would be like obviously some of these guys might go before you, but CMC, Puka, Amon-Ra, JT, Cook, Saquon. Ryan, is this Devi? Nah, man. It's redraft. Superflex IDP, $10 best ball redraft, $10,000 first place prize. TJ said, now you know why they traded him. Oh, yeah, because he sucks, right? And so what you got in that glass? How the hell do I pronounce this? Delicata cookies? Delicata cookies? Matt, what up, bro? Said my team from the other night is balling. There we go, man. I like it. I like it. Got 3 more picks. He said, love that hat, bro. Yeah. You saw it, right? Because it's not the Supersonics. It is the Super Chronics. Christian said, dude, some bullshit politician out of Dallas compared cannabis to what? He said they need to look at these motherfuckers after they comment like that. What the hell? Like, dude, there's people that are essaying kids, sexually assaulting kids that don't get jail time, and like what you're trying to put people in jail in Texas for this shit. Like, dude, I bet that the prison and jail numbers are down across Texas as a whole, and I bet you that's why they're doing it. Because I don't know, like every jail and prison, like, well, mostly the prisons, like they're doing some kind of work for some kind of company. It's crazy, man. Like, prison is like modern day slave labor. It really is. I don't even think people understand that. Back, like, when I was in jail in 2009, dude, you got paid like 35 cents a day for working 8 hours. Let that sink in. I don't know what they make in prison now, but we're talking about making less than $1 in 8 hours. So my Raiders looking good for a preseason game. Just saying, yeah. Let's not get a big head. Yeah, let's calm down. You know, everyone's talking about how good Mendoza is and stuff, but you know, he's playing against like 4th, 5th, and 6th stringers right now, bro. But you know, for the places that I have them, for the places I got Genty, I mean, I hope they improve from last year. I mean, the offensive line's improved. We know that much. And Oli, thoughts on his draft strategy? Rounds 1 and 2 go for RBs, 3 to 5, 2 wide receivers, 1 running back, and then rounds 6 through 8 skill players. I mean, yeah, it sounds good, but your tight end's gonna suck. Like, that's what you're gonna be taking a shot on that tight end that could suck. But yeah, I mean, I like it. Not mad at it at all. I definitely want to go the back-to-back running backs, but also depends on what you have. Because if you have the number 3, like the number 1, 2, or 3, you might not get a good. Well, I guess if it's a 12, I guess it makes difference 8, 10, or 12 man. But if it's a 12-man league, you might not even get good running backs. You know, if you're at that part of the draft. It's a money and power game for sure. I mean, and dude, it's got to be. I'm sure Big Tobacco and Big Pharma have something, you know, have their hands in the work somewhere. And for those that have anything, you should look at who your team's playing in real life. What do you mean? TJ said part of the system and keeps the system running, so it's all money driven for sure. Because, yeah, even if it's not the for-profit prisons, you know, that they have, which I'd probably rather be in one of those than a lot of these state facilities. Matt said, is Dortch there? Dude, is Dortch there? Dude, I don't think Dortch has been picked this year. And Ollie said, not sure what to go for this year as the top RBs or premium. Yeah, for sure. But once you have your 2, like, You're not getting any premium running backs like at that point, though, like after you get those two. Oh, okay. Sounds good. Sounds good. And Matt said, take him last pick. Nah, man. For what? For what? I gotta see how many IDPs I got. And Ziggy's first. Anybody else wants a grade? Let me know. Throw in a super chat. Help a brother out. Remember, it's the HBO show. Help a brother out. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. All right, cool. We got 11, so I can go any. Dude, this is crazy. Since Kyler Murray's been named the starter, look at that, TJ. I just got JJ McCarthy in the 35th round, and I got Kyler earlier. Like crazy. Now that Kyler's the starter, nobody's touching JJ. I told you guys from the beginning that he was going to be the starter. Said Chase Brown for AJ Brown and Hendo. My running back room is Josh Jacobs and Henderson. No. Hold. And Ollie said, what's your favorite place to draft from this year? Well, here's what's crazy. I am in so many leagues that I will probably have draft picks 1 through 12. And I don't even know if number 1 is my favorite. I just know that I want number 1 or 2 so I can get Gibbs and Bijan and just build around them, you know? But yeah, I don't have a favorite spot. I draft so much that any position you put me at, I'm going to have a good draft because I've already drafted from that spot. I don't even, I got to go double check my numbers, but I feel like I've drafted 170 or 175 times in these best ball drafts. And that's in addition to the rookie dynasty drafts that I've done. That's in addition to the one dynasty startup that I've done. And then I've got all these redraft leagues that are still going to start. And Marky said, do you have a Discord? Yes, I have one, but I don't use it. If you want to get a hold of me, it's 420crew.com. That's where you want to get a hold of me on Patreon. All right. Ziggy first, then Smokey. Hey, shout out to Minnesota Marty. He's thrown in the Rock, Stone Cold, and the Godfather. Let's see.
Finally, The Rock has come back to Las Vegas. And that's the bottom line. Cause Stone Cold sits up. Roll a fatty for this pimp daddy.
And Jacob, thoughts on ETN? I like him. Probably going to get drafted, end of second round, early third round, around there. Frizzle, should I punt QB or tight end in a single QB? Punt QB for sure, because you'll be able to get even top 12 guys. You'll be able to get them in round 10 or 11 probably. Don't punt tight end. Try to get a top 4 tight end. I really want to try to get Warren this year because he's usually the cheapest of those top 4. But that's who I would really be trying to target as the early guy to go after. Hey, what up? What up, Darren? Show enough in the house. Said Hawk came by to show some love. Now give me my A-. Let's see. We'll see. Let's see. We're doing Ziggy first. Ziggy. It's Ziggy, then Smokey, and then Darren. Show enough. And Ziggy said, who's your sleeper tight end? Dude, sleeper tight end is probably gonna be, I really like AJ Barner. If we're talking hella late, it'd probably be AJ Barner or Chig. Actually, both of those guys would be the hella late guys. If you're talking just moderately late, I do like Kittle, Kelsey, and Likely. Because those are guys who are, I don't even know if they're going in the top 10, at the position that often. And so what round does Warren go at usually? I would say, because it depends on your league. Like, okay, like that's one of the things. Like, dude, if it's a tight end crazy league, he might go at the end of the third. I feel like it's probably gonna be more like fourth. Like, but gotta kind of hope that you have an early fourth though. Dakota, what up, bro? So I'm big on the 0 RB build this season. RB due for a big injury season. Yeah, for sure. But I don't know. I guess I've just never actually won with a 0 RB build. Like, I mean, they're fun to do because like your other positions are like so stacked. But I don't think can ever say that I've won by going RB like 0 RB. Like, what do you think, Dakota? Have you won any championships with the 0 RB? They said, don't worry, it went pretty bad, dude. People were already commenting about Swift. What the hell happened with Swift at 302? Never seen Swift go that high. So how you feel about Zach Ertz if he's healthy, picking him up? I mean, he's not even on a team yet. Like, I know that he's cleared to play or whatever now from like the doctors, but he's too old, man. Like that's the thing, man. Like, he's so old.
Simmons is old.
Ollie said thoughts on Kraft as current ADP. I'm super nervous about him. Kind of been avoiding him. Nathan, I got pick 5 in a 10-man. Should I take CMC even the injury concerns or go someone like JSN? I'd probably still be taking CMC. I mean, unless your draft is like tomorrow or something, but we still got 4 weeks. Okay. Ziggy Zaggy, hoi, hoi, hoi. Ziggy Zaggy, hoi, hoi, hoi. QBs. Caleb. Jaden Daniels. I think I'm going to give that a B+. I'm gonna say B+ on that. And for Zill, how would I know if my home league is half or full PPR? You just got to look at the settings. Like, it'll say 0.5 for reception, or it'll say 1.0 for reception. And because so yeah, you have to have the right handcuffs for sure. You also have to get really, really lucky, right? I would say that. Because like you can't catch any injury. Well, I guess I don't know. Guess I don't even know how it would end up working out realistically throughout the season. Because yeah, the couple times that I've done single RB, like one of the ones that I can think of, it was the year that Travis Etienne was a rookie, and I drafted Travis Etienne and Javonte Williams, and those are my 1 and 2. Dude, it was like I was destroying people on the waiver wire that year. Like, dude, I was fucking picking up guys like weeks in advance. Like, I can't even remember what the dude's Tariq Cohen. I almost forgot his name. Tariq Cohen. I picked him up like 2 weeks before his insane game. That game where he had like an insane amount of catches won me the week. And Max said, who the fuck drafted Josh Allen at 103? Max, bro, do you really not know that Superflex and 2 quarterback leagues exist? If you want, blame it on all the shitty content creators that only do those lame ass single quarterback league mocks. That's how you can blame it on somebody else. For those, shit, it says 0.5 half PPR. Does that change things? Kind of, but not really. But I hate half point PPR. It's lame. Okay. And Chris would say, it's more ridiculous than Rico at the 2-1. You fools letting King Henry. And what? And Karen fall to me at the 312 and 401. Which one was that in? Was that yesterday? Okay. So here we go. Ziggy and Ollie said thoughts on drafted 8. What do you mean? What do you mean my thoughts on it? Marty said, did a 10-man dynasty start yesterday? I crushed it. Lamb, Jefferson, Bijan, Saquon, Henry, Garrett Wilson, and more. Man, nice. 10-man, though? Dude, one thing that I'm going to tell you, bro. 10-man dynasties, they are so hard to win. because you need to get lucky because every team is stacked. Every team is stacked. I just won the first dynasty I ever created last year. It was a 10-man. And first year where I had everything go right in the playoffs. Okay. Here we go. As I said, a B plus for those quarterbacks. Running backs, Derrick Henry, Jalen Warren, Mason. Ugh, yuck. Ziggy, what were you doing with your running backs, bro? I'm gonna give that a C plus. C plus for the running backs. Wide receivers, I mean, obviously a lot nicer here. Puka, Nico, Terry, Watson, and I really don't want to like have Tyson or Lemon or Tate in like my top 10. I know that kind of have to draft him there. It just is what it is. And he said they went on a run out of nowhere, bro. That was an insane run. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 running backs in a row went from the end of the first until almost late second. Yeah, that was an insane run for sure. And at least, where you got Henry, I mean, then a lot of other stuff. I'm gonna give that a B plus. If Puka wasn't a little banged up, it potentially could be an A minus because of the potentially could be an A minus because of the amount of what's it called? The quality and quantity of these four. And Mario said I wanted 12. My buddies wanted 10 and compromised by making the benches huge. That's even worse. I mean, the benches should be huge either way, but now that the benches are huge, that means less trades because everybody's gonna have like so many guys on the bench. Yeah, it's I'm planting the seed. Well, it is what it is now. You can't like raise it to 12, like the only way it's gonna raise to 12 is if it like dismantles. Is it like all friends? Like then it probably won't dismantle, but like you can't raise it to 12. Like, what are you gonna do? Have a freaking have an expansion draft or something like that? Like nobody would like that. Okay. IDP for Ziggy. Sweshinger, Cashman, Quay Walker, Devin Lloyd, Caden Ellis. Man, that's a chef's kiss, bro. Hold on a second, guys. Vanessa's going to get some carne asada fries, so I'm putting in my order also for some. Okay. All right. I'm gonna say an A minus. Caden Ellis kind of brings it down a little bit. Everybody else, man, I mean, they're either an A or an A minus here. So I like it. You killed the IDP. But let's see how that all shapes out. Okay. And TikTok questions, just bear with me for a second. I'm gonna finish grading this team and then gonna read out the we're gonna read the questions out. Okay, so it was a B plus. B plus for the wide receivers, but then a C plus for the what's called the running backs. But then you got an A minus for the IDP. So that's up to that's an 87 total. It's a B, but like pretty much the highest B that you can get before a B plus. And yeah, I tried to make it. Yeah. Someone, Rob brought it up and he was like, how many running backs does Ziggy have? And then I saw that crazy ass run of like 6 or 7 in a row that you took. That shit was funny. And who knows, man? We'll see if it works out. We never know. Mari said, I think it will entice trades, and you can't go pick someone off the waivers to plug them in for a week. But that's the thing, though. Like, how many bench spots do you have? Because if you have an insane amount of bench spots, you don't even have to pick up people off waivers. Like, especially if it's offense only, if there's no IDP, you're not picking up guys off of waivers anyways. You know, like there's nobody on waivers. Like the waivers are good in the super flex with IDP because like there's always random IDP guys that are like on the waivers. Let's see. 205 said Puka got hurt and is facing a lawsuit. Well, see, the thing is, like, lawsuits don't matter. Like, you don't get suspended for lawsuits, you know. If it's criminal charges, that's different. And dropping jewels. What do you think about Jadavian Price, Seahawks RB2? I think he's way too overhyped. I'm kind of avoiding him where I can. All right, Smokey. Here we go. Baker, Love, Ward. I'm gonna call that a B. She said for a keeper league, Drake May for the 10th or Igbuka in the 7th. Igbuka in the 7th, man. Like, if it's a single quarterback league, there's really no reason to take a quarterback. Dropping Jules, you don't think he'll run in this year since Zach is hurt? Well, I mean, that's the thing. Like, is he going to get opportunity? Yeah, for sure he's going to get opportunity. But, like, he's not good enough to be a workhorse. Oh, fuck. Okay. How many starters? When you said deep benches, like 10's not deep. Not for a dynasty. That's actually, like, really bad. Like, you should have way more bench spots than that. Like, you didn't even have enough bench spots to cover injuries. And you don't even have enough bench spots to cover injuries and what's it called? Injuries and bye weeks. Like, dude, like you're probably gonna have to drop players in a dynasty, good players in a dynasty, or make a decision on dropping good players in dynasty on those like in those big weeks. Yeah, those are the top waiver guys right now. Those guys should not be waiver wire guys. Not in dynasty. In redraft, yes, not dynasty. And you know why? Because Jordan James is the number 2 running back, right? Like he's their backup. Like, dude, if pretty much every backup quarterback is not rostered and every number 2 running back on a team isn't rostered, you don't have enough bench spots. Because like those guys should not be waiver wire guys. Because they like watch what kind of running backs come up on waiver wires when injuries start happening. And Swagger said, where's Kyle out of? What are we talking about? I don't know. But yeah, either way, you know, I hope it all works out. I hope you win a championship. I hope you win the championship, bro. But I'm just telling you based on experience. But hopefully your team's stacked enough to win it. Dropping Jules, you think Cincy will do better this year? Yeah, I mean, a lot of it's on Joe Burrow staying healthy, though. Deuce, Allen, Bijan, Javante, Igbuka, Rice, Bowers, good squad. Yeah, for sure it's a good squad, but how many teams? Is that an 8 or a 10, man? Laylo, Manning, Guy, or Swift? I'm still on the Swift side. Dan said James has a rib fracture, though. I believe it's 12-week recovery. Dang, when did that happen? I said I definitely wouldn't be able to convince these guys to go any deeper than that. It's definitely not a hustler league, but not a run-of-the-mill league. No, for sure. But, like, do those guys really want to play Dynasty? Because, like, that's what it comes down to. Like, do you just want, like, a keeper, like, type of league, you know? Because, like, that's the difference. Like, if you don't want to go full-blown Dynasty, they should have just went keeper. I mean, that's probably, like, what it should have been. So by the end of the draft, they didn't know some of the names. Yeah, exactly. See, like they should have been, yeah, like that probably should have been a keeper league, maybe even a redraft league. Why'd they want to do Dynasty? Just because it's like new and cool. And Crispy traded the 103 for the 108 and 112. Picked up Conception and Jonah, and 203 right around the corner. Nice. I was surprised you did that, man. I wouldn't have done that personally, but it does depend on like if we needed depth or a top heavy guy. It's just, man, end of the first makes me nervous. Hitchco, Genty, and Loveland, first 2 picks in a dynasty. I got the 106. You like it? No, I don't think Genty should be a first round pick in dynasty. Loveland, yeah, for sure. But yeah, I probably would have went wide receiver with that first. Like, man, I mean, dynasty, you want the guys who are going to have the longevity. And I'm not saying like, I guess what's tough, man, is a cold fact for you guys. Most dynasty leagues don't even make it to year 2. So like I don't even know when it comes to like everybody's like dynasties, like necessarily if they're gonna actually make it. So it could be good. It could be good. Who knows? Marty said they have redraft and keeper and finally got him into dynasty. Don't ruin it for me. Well, it kind of sounds like you forced him into it because it doesn't sound like they really wanted a dynasty league. Like that's what it is. Okay. Dropping said, why is Ramondre so low on the list? I have no idea, bro. I have no idea. I can't tell you because I like him more than his ADP. And Blick 14, keep pick 111 or swap with the 16. I don't know. Like what would be the, I mean, I guess like I just never think like that because I would like if I had the 14th pick, I would just keep the 14th pick, like I wouldn't even really think about like swapping. Gavin said, why 3 QBs? Because it's a super flex league where you start 2 quarterbacks per week. Yep. Okay, so he's at a B for those QBs. Running backs, Cook, Walker, Gainwell. So I convinced them for sure, but they paid. Well, yeah, but like when you get guys to join a dynasty who aren't all the way in, like let's see how many of them like come back. I'm not trying to ruin it for you. I'm just being honest. Like it doesn't sound like if they only wanted 10 bench spots, they didn't want to be in a dynasty. Like they did it just to say yes to you, And so hopefully they all pay next year. I mean, hopefully you made them pay 2 years in advance, then you at least get 2 years out of it. But, we'll see what happens. You let me know what happens when we get into next year. Where was I? So, I mean, Cook and Walker, there's just nobody else besides that. That's the tough part here. Yeah, I think I gotta say B plus because of like nobody else besides those guys. Like Gainwell, even though he could be something, he's as of right now, he's still an RB2. We don't know what we're gonna get from him. Mario said they'll be in. I was very clear with them. They don't want orphans. There won't be any orphans. I at least know that. So it's all high school buddies I see often. Okay. Man, luckily you have a group like that. Then I mean, we'll see, but yeah, because like literally, like Darren is like the only one from my high school that like actually like plays in these leagues. Like nobody in my high school is like down for fantasy or anything like that. Yeah, I'm curious though. I'm curious. You got to get him to expand the benches next year, bro. Like, dude, someone's literally gonna have to drop a starter because of a bye week or make a really bad trade because of a bye week. And okay, B plus. We got now wide receivers, AJ Brown, Igbuka, mixing the tight ends. So we got Fanning and Wilson. I'm gonna call that a B plus as well. And see, still kind of like able to get a B plus even by not taking a wide receiver in the top 2 rounds. It's the quantity, but the top heaviness too. I mean, 2 guys like that should be valued inside the top 15 wide receivers. Let's see. IDP, Roquan, Foyle, Lacoon, Landman, Knight, and Anal Zone. He got in the zone.
Get in the zone.
Anal Zone definitely brought it down though, because like all those other guys are like A- guys to me, but Anal Zone is like probably like a B-. I'm gonna say B+ because Anal Zone is still 20% of your starting roster. I mean it definitely fell like, it definitely like fell off of a cliff, like not too many rounds after you took Knight. So let's see. So B, no movement. B+, and B+. So that's up 3, 88. 88 overall. There we go.
Good night, future boy.
There we go. 88 miles per hour. All right. Let's see. Darren's next, right? Anybody else after Darren? Oh, let me see. Darren said San Francisco ran my fractured his rib during training camp practice in late July. Then yeah, but like late July, like dude, late July could still be like 6 weeks. Well, I guess you said 12 weeks though. 12 weeks is long though. 3 months for a cracked rib. Send definitive recovery time though. Not been there. Okay. Okay, we already read that. All right. And Jack said, could you do a bong rip for me? Dude, help me get up to like 5K likes, bro. We're going to do another bong rip either way, but the gifts, the likes, all that helps it come faster. And Marty said, see Drew today. Dude, I did not see that. Like TJ said it. I totally missed the highlight. I'm sure I'll see it on social media somewhere. Like they showed at halftime. I don't know why. Like they showed the quick clips and they just showed like the dude running. It was a lot of after the catch for sure. A lot of after the catch, right? Like it wasn't 75 yards in the air or anything like that, right? Crispy said wimp. Okay. Where is show enough? There we go. Darren. Here we go. Whoa. Okay. QBs. Gino, Tua, Aaron Rodgers. Bro, that's all I think. That dude, that is so bad, man. That's like a C-. That's like a C-. What the heck? What the hell happened there, Darren? And Jamie, why are there so many QBs? Why are the QBs going so early in this taco league? Yeah, Jack threw in a rose. Thank you, sir. We're packing up the bowl right now. Keep hitting the like button. Let's get us to 5K. Jamie, use both thumbs when you're hitting the like button. Yeah, I don't know if you guys know that, but you can use both thumbs at the same time. It'll help the likes go so much faster. And okay. Yeah, that's bad, Darren. That was bad. Like Gino's someone I want to have as like like all those guys are guys that I want as like my number 3 quarterback. Like just one of them singly as my number 3 quarterback. You have 3 of them as your 1, 2, and 3. That's not good. That's not good. I think when I have I think I have all those guys ranked in the bottom 5. Dude. And then at CK Sports Card said, why would you pick Swift in the 3rd? Exactly. We're going to talk about that now. Darren, why did you pick Swift in the 3rd? Like, I didn't even see that when it happened. Someone pointed it out. And I was like, dude, you might have been like working in the hospital, dealing with a code blue or like something like that. Because I've never seen Swift has never gone that high. Never gone that high. And for high impact sport like football player cannot rush back onto the field, taking a hit before the bone is fully stable can lead to much more severe complications. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Especially with the ribs, right? Because there's literally no way that like you can't cast it up or like anything like that. And like literally breathing could like fuck with his ribs, right? Like, dude definitely couldn't be smoking a bong, like, dude, you'd be fucked. And Anders said non-PPR. No, it's PPR. But yeah, Darren, tell us about Swift in the 3rd, bro. Tell us. Marty said Rudolph actually looked really good. I hate to say it. If he was calm in the pocket and scanning the whole field, making reads. Well, yeah, but like, going against 4th, 5th, and 6th stringers, bro. Like, I mean, that's, it's very easy to be calm in the pocket when you're playing against guys that probably aren't even going to make the team, Like, you got to feel calm. I mean, dude, at this point, he's been in the league for how many years? How many years has he been in the league, Like, he's been in the league so long that, like, people forgot that, like, Myles Garrett busted his head with his helmet. Like, that's how long he's been in the league. And Jack said, since I got to 5K, you do 2 bong rips. Keep hitting the like. I'll do one now, and I will do one shortly after. And I appreciate the rose, bro. Keep hitting the like button. Let's keep getting it up there. And Crispy said, you see the warning message on TikTok? Yeah. It's just a regular thing on the show. They always put that there. It just means that they won't, like, push it out more or whatever. Whoo. There we go. And Fade said, chill out on that unk now, man. It's the only way to go, bro. Yeah, I see some of these fake ass stoners on there. They may be taking big rips. But I feel like I see a lot of fake coughers too. I just rip it until I'm all out of breath. That's why the coughing happens. And because I'm smoking something with 26.93% THC. Hella terpy too. Whew. All right. Let's pack it up. And keep going with the likes, bro. Jack, don't stop. Don't stop. Keep going. And Charlie said thoughts on Saquon since the Eagles wide receivers are injured. I mean, even before all that happened, I was a big fan of the Saquon bounce back. Offensive coordinator is going to make a difference. And Crispy said, where's the like button? On TikTok, you literally just click anywhere. You literally just click anywhere and it likes it. Okay. Darren said, Swift, I don't want to talk about. I was going to click on Jefferson and patient safety first. Okay. Yeah. See, I mean, that's why I said, like, I know, like, I'm making a joke when I say code blue because I hope you never have to deal with that, even if you ever have. But to me, just like the code blue means something is more important than fantasy in the phone. Like, that's what it means to me. But okay. Makes sense. Makes sense. Yeah, man. Players fuck up, man. Players fuck up. It happens. It happens. And so let's see. Yeah, and that's kind of where we stopped, right? Bijan, Swift, Bucky, Chuba. Whew. And Chuba's hurt, bro. I mean, he's week to week. He's probably going to play by week 1. But yeah. Man, I mean, you got Bijan. I feel like if nothing else, like, he's the reason why this is a B+, like, because of Bijan. He's definitely bringing everybody up to that. Wide receivers, Rice, DJ, I want to score more. Chris Godwin. And is Diggs in? No, Diggs would not be in there. Man, so Rice, DJ Moore, and Chris Godwin, man. Fred, yes, this is a super flex league. Except for guys like Darren. I don't even know what 2 quarterbacks he would ever start here. Okay, here we go. We're almost at 6,000. Get us to 6,000. I'm going to fire this next one up. We're almost there. Almost there. I'm going to call that. I'm going to call it a B-. No, I'm going to call it a B. That's being generous because I do think that DJ Moore has Rice is a B+, DJ Moore is a B, Chris Godwin's a B-. So yeah, it all kind of evens out. And give me 1 second. If you guys left questions on TikTok, just give me 1 second. Let me finish grading this team, and then I'll read off the questions. Just bear with me. Keep hitting the like button in the meantime. Yeah, man. So that's pretty ugly, dude. Oh, well, you know what? Bowers. Okay, I totally forgot about Bowers. He does get mixed in with the wide receivers as well. I'm still gonna call it a B. I'm still going to call it a B because like Bowers can't play in the wide receiver spot. He can only play in the flex. And you got 3 flexes. He'll be your top flex for sure. Let's check out the IDP. Let's see if you saved yourself on IDP. And hey, you did get Brian Robinson though to mix in with Bijan Robinson. And anytime we get the B-Rob to B-Rob connection, we got to play this for Brian Robinson, who got shot in his bubble goose once upon a time.
For the bullet in his bubble goose. Before the bullet in his bubble goose. You can be at the party getting loose, but you can catch a bullet in your goose.
Dude, your IDP, bro. Darren, you were all fucking discombobulated today. What the hell happened with your IDP? Shout out to Ayush for sharing the live. I mean, Singleton's good. Drew Tranquil, dude, avoid that guy like the plague. He sucks. Uh-oh. Who's on TikTok? Marty is. He threw in the B-Rob just for a double tapping. Yeah, Johnny said I love this live already. Let's go. Make sure you follow Johnny if you didn't, because there's a lot of fake ass like TikTok like fantasy content creators like fake about being like hardcore managers and hardcore players enough to actually give advice. And Charlie said you're low-key the best fantasy content creator. I appreciate that, bro. I appreciate that because I know that I am. But it's because I'm like, dude, I've been so hardcore about fantasy for the last 20 years that I created a whole business like out of like my fantasy football passion. And like a lot of it has to do with the leagues. A lot of it has to do with advice. I mean, there's people who pay me for advice and like, not just advice though, for like literally a one-on-one connection that they could text anytime that they have a question about who to start, who to sit, who should I pick up on waivers, you know, like nobody is doing that. Nobody is doing that because I'm not talking about Discord messages. I'm talking about an actual cell phone to cell phone, like text. And like the reason why I know that I'm good at that is because there's people that have been doing that continuously since COVID. And like, yeah, so that's how I know that I am. And I create a lot of experiences, man. And that is what it's all about, man. It's all about getting in leagues and meeting new people. And like these leagues, we're talking about defensive players right now. You know, we're talking about having to start guys like Geno Smith, Tua Tagovailoa, Aaron Rodgers, and we're busting his balls because somehow, some way, he hopes that this team does good with those guys. Right, Darren? I said worst draft. Hey, I could have done better, bro. It's all right, man. You know what? You're working in the hospital. You had to deal with patients. That would just be my excuse every time. And, you know, you've never drafted this bad. So, like, I got to assume that that's the real reason, right? Like, and he said, this team is, no, this team's horrible. He even said it. Even the guy who drafted said it's horrible. He said that, yeah, up. All right. Food made it home, so we're hopping off soon. Shout out to Laylo Lyle throwing in the jewels. All right, and you kind of didn't save it on the IDP. Singleton, Tranquil, Buda Baker. Cam Curl, Demario Davis, and Will. Do you have any leagues I could join? I want to play for money, but none of my friends will. Yeah, dude, shoot me a message on Sleeper. It's FF Hustler 420. If you don't know how to do that, you can message me on TikTok, but sometimes I just like totally like forget to check the messages. So yeah, message me on Sleeper. I got like these leagues that this draft that we're doing. It's a $10 draft, $10,000 first place prize. But in addition to that, I have so many other leagues that got openings. So yeah, if anybody wants to get into a league, whether it's these $10 drafts, I also have single quarterback of the regular, single quarterback leagues that you guys like to play in. I got a couple of those with openings. I got some super flex offense only leagues with openings. I forgot to put the camera back down. And what else? And then I got a whole bunch of like custom leagues, like vampire leagues, forced trade leagues. I got a guillotine league, 2 WWF themed leagues, and the draft order is determined by a Royal Rumble on WWE 2K. And it's not me playing, but we're just all watching it. And what else? 3 quarterback league, forced trade league. If I didn't say that, those leagues are super fun. Every single week in a forced trade league, if you win, you get to force a 1-for-1 trade with the opponent that you beat. It's insane. All right, Darren, I don't even know. Do you even want me to grade you on this? I mean, I'm going to say that it's a B for IDP. And it's because Singleton B+, Demario Davis B+, but then Buda Baker, Cam Curl B, Drew Tranquil F. So he's bringing it down to and it's almost like he didn't even exist. I kind of even threw Jeremy Chin in for you to be nice, but yeah, that's why it's a B, dude. So let's see, dude, C-. I mean, you're down how many? 4 already because of the quarterbacks. B+ on the RBs. So it's down 1. Then neutral, down 3. So it's an 82. I mean, that's like B- status right there. That's B- status right there. It's not horrible, but yeah, man. You definitely can't have any injuries to your quarterbacks. And man, I mean, Bijan and Bowers and Rice, and DJ Moore, have to carry this team though. All right. Get into tomorrow's draft, Darren, to be able to redeem yourself. Yeah, see, it sucks. If this was a 10-man league, it would fit perfectly. But it cuts off 2 teams on this, so I have to go down 1 more, and then it's makes it kind of hard to see. Oh, shit. And that messed up. There we go. All right. Let's see the questions before I get out of here. Where did I leave off? Fins fan for life. How many RBs should I go? How many RBs should go in round 1 in a 12 team? Shit. I mean, there might be 6 or 7 that go. I mean, Bijan, Gibbs, CMC, JT, and dude, and Cook and Genty a lot of times there. Dude, maybe even Walker or Hampton there also. Yeah, it might be 6, 7 for real. Yeah, Colton said Swift in the 3rd. Yeah, we're making fun of him about that. He works in a hospital. He said he was trying to pick Jefferson there, but he had to tend to a patient at that time. Bad timing. And BDBD, what up? Thanks for the roses. Zaire Travis at the flex. Travis Etienne, right? If so, Travis Etienne. Yes. Yep. All right. Yep, Travis Etienne. Yep, that's what I'd be putting at the flex. But there's literally still 4 weeks though before the season starts. So yeah. Darren throwing down the super chat. Let's go, bro. And he said, all I want to say is fuck Tony.
Man, fuck Tony.
All right. We're about to do a dab in lieu of that. And we got 2 drafts tomorrow, 9 p.m. Eastern and 11:30 p.m. Eastern. So if anybody's interested, it is only $10 and $10,000 first place prize. And Finn said, "What's A-Chain's ADP now?" That's a good question. I mean, this is a super flex. But it says his ADP is 19.2 in Superflex. So let's see how many quarterbacks are above that. And then you just like remove those guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 13 would be his ADP in a single QB league. I mean, dude, that's beginning of the second round, end of first round. I mean, that's high for a lot of people, I feel. He went at the 112 today. There you go. Darren said, I'll be in there tomorrow. I need a rebuttal. He said, I'll be in both drafts. All right. I'll send you the links after. I posted them on Patreon. So if you see them on Patreon, they are there as well. And P Money said, Josh Allen, a 3 good pick. Yep, it is a super flex. And he could be the number one scoring guy in the entire league. Where is these dabs? Do. Where the hell did I put them? There we go. All right, Darren, you the man. Thanks for that super chat, brother. Oh, shit, Finn's fan said, hell yeah, I love the Charlie Hustle jersey. Yeah, you see it back there? When did I get that? I think that was 220. I think it was 2011 that I got that. I met him here in Vegas. It was actually so dope. It was at the Mandalay Bay. And I was just walking, like, I forget what the hell I was even doing at the Mandalay Bay, but I was walking, and they have that memorabilia store or whatever. And like, I was walking right past it, and it was like, Pete Rose is here. Pete Rose is here for these 3 days or whatever. And I was like, what the fuck day is it right now? And I was like, no way, today's the last day. And I was like, but nobody's even in there. And, but I went in just to go see. And like whoever his, like, I don't know if it was someone who worked there, like whatever. I'm sure it might have been someone that worked there, but he was like, dude, I was like, is he still here? And he was like, yeah, he is. And he was like, dude, if you get something right now, he was like, I'll hook you up with like a huge package. And I was like, well, what are we talking? Well, he was like, this jersey, normally $400. He's like, I'll do the jersey for $300. And he was like, and I'll throw in a ball, and we'll throw in 2 autographed pictures as well. So I pretty much got like a $600 package for like $300 because I just came in there like just right at the perfect time. Like, he was literally about to leave. If I would have came in 20 minutes later, he would have already been gone. And so he signed everything like while I was there. So I got to sit with him while he was signing. We were talking for maybe like, I don't know, maybe like 15, 20 minutes or so while he was signing everything. Super fucking cool, man. No way. Only baseball item that I stopped watching was when he was banned. Yeah. It's bullshit, man. Like, it's bullshit. And then what? They're gonna do something after he dies. Like, dude, that would just be bullshit too. Give people flowers when they're alive, not when they're dead. Nolan said, Genty or K9 the better pick? I think K9's the better pick. George said, I think it's crazy if I take Jamar Chase. With I'm gonna pick 10 team. Well, what do you mean? I feel like some words got lost in translation. Like, are you talking? Is it crazy to pick him number 1? I don't think it's crazy to pick him number 1, but I probably wouldn't. Unless you really, really want him. You're only playing in one league, you know? You're only playing in one league and you really want him. Like, yeah, just get him. Because he's worth it. He's worth it. I just would rather pick the RB there. BDBD, should I trade Zay and Judkins for AJ Brown? Nah, I would just hold. Jack, do you think I should keep Trevor, Lawrence, A-Chain, and Hall, Monra, Pickens, Igbuka, and Likely? What do you mean should you keep them? Like, what are we talking about? Just a normal, like, keeper league or what? Hey, Cali Jam in the house. What up, Cali Jam? Where you been at, bro? Finza says they're either going to reinstate him or they already have. Yeah, I mean, too little, too late, right? Like, dude, do it when he's alive. Like, he was already so old, man. He was already so old. And user 535, let me in this league. He said DeAndre Swift over JJ. Yeah, we've been making fun of him all draft for that. He works in a hospital. He was tending to a patient at that time. He said he was trying to pick JJ and he like clicked Swift on accident or something. But yeah. He said that AI could have drafted better than he did in this draft. But yeah, you want to get into these leagues? $10, bro. That's all it is. $10. And he said he's going to be in both the drafts tomorrow. We got a 9 p.m. Eastern draft and 11:30 p.m. Eastern draft. And what? Cali Jam said, I didn't know you were live. Man. I even put it in the league chat. Dude. All right. I think we're going to do this bowl and then get out of here. Got some carne asada fries. Sorry for you guys if you don't even know what that is. I know in some parts of the country, it's probably not even a thing at all. And yeah, don't forget, anybody wants to join any league, I say send me a message on Sleeper, FF Hustler 420. And I don't see a username, but he said, how did Puka go 7th? I mean, I think it's just people like scared of the injury, really, because like he normally goes at 4 or 5. People are super reactionary, man. Everybody's all up to date with the news. And every little piece of news, people panic. Colton said, how's Jefferson round 3? Dude, I mean, it was really just a crazy running back run. If you look like, I mean, I picked Saquon and Hampton, so I felt good about like mine too. But like, you look at like Javonte usually never goes in the second. J Love hasn't really been going in the second. Breece Hall hasn't really been going in the second. Brock Bowers hasn't really been going in the second. I mean, that's like 4 guys right there. And like literally you take those 4 guys out of the equation. I mean, Jefferson's one of those guys who would have been drafted there. So and Cali Jam. So what do you think of my crazy, insane strategy? I mean, you ended up getting 2 good wide receivers and 2, I mean, good quarterbacks also, like for yeah, I mean, I did make fun of your tight ends, and dude, like Cali Jam's definitely all about those tight ends. But like, man, would you get like 5 of them in a row? And yeah, not even just 5 in a row. Well, 5 in a row. 7 out of 8. And then 8 out of 10. Yeah, man. I mean, if some of them hit, they hit. I mean, dude, you went super top heavy with the IDP. I mean, what do you think about your IDPs? I mean, this is probably, I mean, the top 3 are like so fire that like, kind of almost doesn't matter. Like, those guys I'm sure will be playing in most of the weeks anyways. And K0. So what the fuck the third guy on? Oh, man, you don't know what a super flex league is or a 2 quarterback league, man? Come on, bro. And Tristan, what's a best ball draft? Well, best ball is a type of league where you don't have to, you don't manage the team. The app puts in players based on how much they score. And whoever Wet Willie is, I'm gonna respond after I get off the show here. And Finn's Fan for Life, can you manage a league on Sleeper if you don't have a team in the league? Yeah. Like, can you be a commissioner of a league even if you don't manage a team? Yeah. Because I commission, like, just for dynasty leagues, close to 300 leagues, and I'm only in like 30 something of them. Oh, is that you, Will Nader off? Yeah. So the leagues that I got, and I'll just it's easier if I just say them like out loud. We got these $10 drafts that happen every single day, usually at 9 p.m. Eastern. It's part of the best ball tournament with a $10,000 first place prize. Tristan said, how do you do these drafts every day? How many leagues do you do? Well, I don't draft every single day. I don't draft every single day. We do the drafts every day, but I'm not in 100% of the drafts. I'm in a shitload of them, though. I think I'm in like 170, and this is like 290. So I'm in a shitload of them, but yeah, not every single one. And but yeah, we're doing them every day, and it's because we got I've been doing this. This is year 6. I've been doing this since 2021. So we got a big pool of guys that are. I don't even know how many guys we have with over 100 drafts now. I think 6 or 7, something like that. So I mean, we got a big pool of handful of guys that are in like a shitload of these leagues. And well, yeah. Putting this all together, man. I mean, just like DraftKings and all that. So yeah, definitely. And Alex G, would you trade Marvin Harrison and Debo for Mike Evans? No, I would not. Khaled James, that was the risk part of my IDP. It's probably my worst IDP. Yeah, for sure. Even that, I mean, you still have dude, like 3 top 7, 8 guys, something like that. I don't even remember. Like, I'm sure it's Zach Bond that I had the lowest. And I don't know the name, but should I drop Goddard for Kittle? I don't know. Is there nobody else that you can drop? I mean, I would rather have Kittle than Goddard. So I guess if that's like the only, if that's the only option, then yeah. Whew. All right. I'm out of here. Tomorrow, I know I'll probably be live for the later draft tomorrow. It's the one at 8:30. Adam said, what do you recommend for the first 3 picks? 16 man. I'm pick 8. Running back, wide receiver, or running back, wide receiver, running back. One of those 2 for sure. And I'd kind of be trying. I mean, if there's a tight end spot, I'd be really trying to get a tight end in round 2. I mean, what sucks is all the great ones are gone. So yeah, that's tough, man. 16 teamers are tough. Hopefully it's an extra flex spot instead of an extra tight end, or instead of a tight end. All right. I'm out, guys. We'll see you tomorrow. And go message me on Sleeper, FF Hustler 420. Also, go sign up for Patreon. You can sign up for free and check things out during the preseason. During the regular season, you want to be a paid member, at least a $5 paid member, because there's so much information that's going to be coming out every single day. That's going to help you make a bunch of crazy decisions this year. All right. TikTok, we're out first. Peace. And everybody else, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Instagram. We'll see you later. Peace out, everybody.